concert tonight on Yothu Yindi tribute concert. I like this NITV. I've been watching it the last few weeks. It's got some good shows on. Like normally I don't watch it because it's just sort of, I don't know. They had like Black Talk or something, and I don't get into it because it's all like, it feels like it's their sort of show. I'm not really invited, but I like this one. It's sort of, there's Peter Garrett. He's one of my relatives. My mum's name's Garrett, so he looks like my grandfather Wamsley too. Like they got that same look and the bald head, and my I think he's a great uncle. He looks like that too. And that funny look. It's sort of like very long, gangly sort of look. We're all very tall in our family on mum's side, I think. So it's nice to see some family. He's probably like a long distance cousin or uncle or something. This kid's so cute. Look at him. He was up on the stage before. I was cacking myself. It was so funny to stand on the sticks. Anyway, no, it's a good show. Yothu Yindi tribute concert on NITV. I can't show it because they keep saying it's copyright, but I'm just talking about a show. I'm not claiming it's mine or anything. Like I made it. It's pretty obvious. I didn't make the show. Anyway. I look at the didgeridoos and that. I'm like, put some strings on it or put some holes on it. And, I mean, I remember a long time ago we started out with didgeridoos as well, so we used to play the much longer, real long sort of trumpet looking things, like like a didge, like a long stick with a hollow. I was a huge guy with big lungs. I used to just that's all I used to do over and over and over. It's sort of like they call it what's that note they say, I can't think of it. There's a restaurant in Swanston Street named after it. I've got to think of it. Not chi. What's that other word? It's Indian, I think. For that sound. Om. That's right. Om. So it was like development of. I used to play the didge, and it was like developing that sound of om, and you'd sit there and sort of go om. And with a didgeridoo, you can just go on forever. They call it circular breathing, but I think what it is you take short breaths in between taking a long breath in through your nose, fill up your lungs quickly, and then blow it back out again. So you're sort of going, you gotta have good clear passages in your nose, otherwise you can't breathe. So, or it could be that you suck back in through your mouth, but then you get all the woody flavour, wouldn't you? So, I can't remember how you do that circular breathing. They talk about sort of like, I think you vibrate your lips, sort of go. The sort of bits where they go whoa, 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 making that whoa noise is where they're taking the breath in, maybe, and they're sort of blowing the sucking the sound in and then blowing it back out again, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how they do it, but it might be sucking in the whole time, and then when they breathe out, they go whoa. Might be the opposite way around. I don't know, but yeah, I'm just reminded watching the didgeridoos how we started off with musical instruments, and eventually attached strings to them and holes in them, and did all sorts of stuff and made them shorter, made flutes, and it's basically a long, basic sort of flute, isn't it, really? And then, you make panpipes and put all different lengths together, make like your panpipes and things. But it's nice to have all that. It's nice because we would have lost all that if it weren't for Aboriginals. So it's good to have all that as well. It's like having another depth to an orchestra, or it's like having reminded. There's probably a lot of things we've lost. Probably some of those real big drums they don't use anymore, and probably some of the really early experimental sort of instruments and things. And I think I was one of the guys, Shaw, who developed the microphone. I remember developing the Shaw microphone. I think my surname was Shaw. And I basically used to experiment on myself to get the sound right. It was quite a process I went through. Nearly destroyed myself trying to develop a good sounding microphone that sounded true to life. I don't think there's any other microphone that beats the Shaw microphone. I think it's probably one of the best ones still. But yeah, one of my bangs was a Shaw. Someone Shaw, I can't remember who. I think it was Tony Shaw or someone. And then, then the other guy, Tony Shaw, comes out with SHAW, the footballer. But I think my name's Tony Shaw, SHURE. I think it was Antonio Shaw or Anthony Shaw or something. Yeah, anyway, just so I made that comment while I thought of it. Bit of still life there with the fruit bowl.